Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Rachel.
And today we're doing our favorite makeup products. So if you guys want to find out what our favorite products are, just keep on watching.
So we're just going to go through our products like we would if we were doing our makeup, starting with primers, ending with eyes. So we're just going to jump right into things. For primer, my favorite thing is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I just like it because it's glowy and it just makes your skin look radiant and natural.
And my favorite primer is the Smashbox Photo Finish. It's the hydrating one. And I also mix it with the MAC Strobe Cream in the pink color.
And then for foundation, this is actually kind of a tough one. I like a lot of foundations, but my favorite one has to be the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I just like it because it's lightweight, it's water-based, so it's not sheer, but it's not full coverage. It's pretty medium, and you can build it up, which is what I like a lot about it.
And my favorite foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I love this foundation because it's super affordable. It's very lightweight. And it all around makes my face look very glowy. Now my other favorite is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I love this foundation, but it is really heavy on the skin. So if I'm going for a more full face look, I'm going to go ahead and use this.
I also love the L'Oreal Pro Glow. That's also one of my favorites.
It's the best. Buy it.
Okay, and then for concealer, I wanted to go with the NARS Creamy Concealer, but my favorite definitely has to be the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. It's just something I can always go to. I don't really like a full coverage concealer. I don't really need that coverage underneath my eyes.
And my favorite concealer is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love this concealer. It's so lightweight. And my day-to-day makeup is very natural. I really just do like a lightweight foundation with a lightweight concealer. This is bomb for that. Now, if you're trying to go in and cover acne, I highly, 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 highly recommend the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I mix the light and the medium shades. They look like this. I love these. I do not use them under my eyes. I think they're way too heavy. But overall, they are very, very, very good at covering up.
Those are good if underneath your eyes for like no makeup days.
What are you saying? Okay, I'm just kidding.
And then for setting powder, my favorite has to be the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. It's not dry. I don't think it sticks to any like dry patches on my face when I do have some. It's good for baking. It's good for setting. Pretty much anything you need a setting powder to do.
And my favorite setting powder is the RCMA setting powder. This is the no color powder. I love it because it's also lightweight. Now she has some issues with it leaving some white residue in the areas where she places it. I personally do not. I do get a little bit of flashback with this. It's going to make you look very pale.
But it's so good for its price.
It's very good for its price. Honestly, I don't want to pay $40 versus $13.
Yeah, that's a little like kickback to it. $40 for powder when most of it's just getting baked onto my face and I brushed it all away and just wasted it. For contour, my favorite product to use is MAC Shadester. I actually don't have like a normal pan of it. This isn't a split pan with a highlighting shade. I just like it because it's cool toned. It goes well with my skin tone. And I just like the way that it makes my cheeks look.
And my favorite sculpting powder is the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. It's kind of pricey, and you can also sculpt with a regular bronzer, but I personally like to go in with this one because it is very cool toned. The pan is really small though. That's one downside, and it has a lot of kickback.
But a little goes a long way with that too.
Yeah, you don't need much with that product.
So for bronzer, my favorite bronzer is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in the shade Tantric. It's a little pricey, but if you're willing to spend the money on a bronzer, I mean, this pan is huge. So, like, I've had this for over a year, and you can barely tell I use it. And, like, in the summer, it's my go-to bronzer. It's the only thing I use.
And my favorite bronzer is the Butter Bronzer in the shade, this is the bronzer. So this is actually the darker shade, which is a little, it's not very versatile. I mean, it's very hard to build this up on my skin tone. So I don't know if this is skin tone friendly.
I think they do now make a darker one.
This is the darker one.
So it's for all those pale ladies out there.
Anyways, this product is about $16 and you can get it at any drugstore, and I love it. And the smell.
Oh, it smells like sunscreen.
It smells like the beach. It just really takes you back to the beach every day.
For blush, my go-to is the Becca Mineral Blush in the shade Wild Honey. I like bronzy colored blushes. I don't really like big like pops of colors on my cheeks, so this is always my go-to.
And my favorite blush is the Tarte Sensual. It's also a very cool mauve tone type of blush. I love it because it doesn't add too much color to the cheeks, but it adds just enough warmth to give you kind of like a rosy cheek.
Very pretty. And then for highlight,
The best part.
I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, but my favorite highlight is Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. Becca, hands down, I think we both agree with this, it has the best formula for highlight. Like, you look at it and it looks creamy, and you touch it and it almost feels wet, but it's a powder and it goes on as a powder, but the glow is unreal.
I always top off all of my highlights with Champagne Pop.
I don't think there's a color that beats it. There's not a color that looks exactly like it. Like, you just can't go wrong with Champagne Pop. No. And I know people rave about it all the time, but it is well deserved.
And my favorite highlights are the Merry Luminizer and the Jouer highlighter in Topaz. I actually love mixing these colors together. This one is about it's kind of like a light, it has a little bit of a gold sheen to it, which I actually really like. And then I top it with Topaz, which gives it kind of like a pinky purple undertone. I mean, you don't really see that on your, it doesn't really reflect on your face, but it's blinding.
Jouer also has like a great highlighting formula. Citrine's also like one of their big.
Citrine.
It's beautiful. Okay, so for eyeshadows, I actually have two palettes to talk about. It was really hard for me to choose between one. The first is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette.
Duh.
I think this is a favorite for everybody. You really like, these cranberry shades, like, I see them and like, I don't think I ever do a look without reaching for this palette for something, even if it's just for one shade. Like, this is always somewhere in my reach. And my other favorite is MannyMUA's collab with Makeup Geek. And how much do I talk about this palette?
She talks about it all the time, and it really
like, it's dirty, it's gross.
Sad.
Like, I use it so much. And I didn't really want to talk about this just because you can't get it anymore, and I don't want to like tell you guys you need it when you can't get it. But it's just so awesome. I mean, there's a shade for any look. Like, my go-to glam, like everything I use this palette for.
And I also chose two palettes. The first palette that I chose was the Violet Voss Pro. This is the Holy Grail palette, and this palette also reflects a lot of the same colors that the Modern Renaissance does. Now, this was my favorite palette. As you can tell, it's pretty dirty. But this was my favorite palette before the Modern Renaissance came out. And I just love it. It's got a lot of colors that are just so beautiful and so pigmented. It
has a good like range of its mattes and the shimmers.
Yeah, it does. And my second palette is the Morphe 25B, not the 25A. I personally do not like the transition shades in that palette. The shimmers are very great, but this palette just has everything. I can get a full look out of this palette. It has brow highlighting shades, it has nice transition shades, and a lot of shimmers.
The shimmers in this palette,
I mean, I'm just gonna have to show you guys.
Like, you wouldn't expect this coming from Morphe, considering it's like a cheaper brand, but goddamn. Big good. And for mascara, my favorite one has to be the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's just good for like your natural lashes when you're not wearing any falsies. The wand is just really big and fluffy, and it gives your lashes a lot of volume. And then I also use a separate mascara for my bottom lash line, and it's the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. And it just has like a really skinny wand, and you can really get like close into your lashes, into your waterline, to make them look longer than what they really are.
And I also have two favorites. My go-to mascara for like my first like 10 years I started using makeup was Mary Kay. Now, my mom actually uses Mary Kay, so that's where I got this from, and I love this mascara. The wand is really nice. You get a lot of product that comes off, which is nice if you want to get like a thicker lash look without having to wear falsies. Now, my other favorite is the Benefit Roller Lash. This is a great mascara. I love the wand. The wand is great, and it's a great mascara for no makeup look days. It gives your lashes just enough to make them look nice and volumized, and I just love that about it. And for liner, we both chose the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. It's the best. I mean, I have not found a liner.
Easy.
So easy. It's so easy. You want to get a nice sharp wing without having to use concealer to clean it up. This is your friend.
Especially, if you're not good at doing wings like me, this is so much easier. Okay, and then we have lips. I think that's the last thing we have. I'm going to talk about two things. For lip liner, my favorite liner pencil in general is the MAC pencils. They're awesome. My favorite shade is Whirl. It's a shade that's commonly raved about, so I'm sure you've probably heard about it. And then for liquid lipstick, we both have the same exact thing. Jeffree Star Cosmetics, their liquid lipsticks are out of this world. I don't know what I said there. His liquid lipsticks.
I don't care if you don't like him. His formula shits on 98% of the other liquid lips out there.
Yeah.
And my favorite shade is Mannequin. Now I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you just so you can see. Now it's going to, when it dries, it's going to appear a little bit darker on the lip than on the hand, but I absolutely love it.
And my favorite shade is Androgyny, the one I'm holding, which is also the one Aubrey's wearing, so I'm not going to swatch it for you. You can see it on her. Looks good.
And for brows, my favorite brow powder is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I use a dual one. It gives me enough options to be able to fade into a darker color. My favorite brow gel, clear brow gel, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. The applicator is really poofy, which can be a downside if you have already done your foundation. You need to make sure that if you're going to use this to seal your brows, you need to do it before you put on your foundation. And my favorite kind of brow gel cream, I guess, is by Benefit. It's the Cabral line, which that line you cannot go wrong with. I mean,
they really stepped it up with that.
I mean, come on. You need it. Okay.
For brows, I don't really have much because I don't really do much. I have caterpillars on my forehead. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz is my go-to. It's just great. And then for brow gel, I use the Benefit Gimme Brow in shade 3. I just do this at the tail of my brow, so gonna give it more volume, all that fun stuff. And then last but not least, we have setting sprays. I don't really use a lot of setting sprays. MAC Fix Plus is always a go-to for me. I also like to spray that on my face before I do my makeup just because it makes my skin feel hydrated. And also the Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. It smells great and
so
it makes your
cheap.
skin feel great. This is $7.
So cheap. And I hate the smell. I'm going to tell you that. I don't like it. She does. I think it smells like old people. Yeah, wait.
I love old people.
One of my other go-tos, the same as Rachel's, is the MAC Fix Plus. I use it before and I use it after. And I'm not going to lie, I can never get away from the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray.
That's a good
I spray it after
a cult favorite.
I spray it after every setting spray I use, just to really lock everything in.
So that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed watching our favorite products just as much as we enjoyed sharing them with you guys. If you have any ideas for videos you want to see in the future, leave your suggestions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.
And by the way, when we get to 300 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So one of you guys will be getting Nikki Tutorial's newest collab with Ofra, which includes 3 liquid lipsticks and a highlighter.
And this collab retails for about $80. And in order to be entered, you need to be following both of our Instagrams, both of our Twitters, and be subscribed to this channel. We will include our social medias below, and once you guys have finished everything, you just need to comment on this video and let us know that you've completed everything that needs done, and you will be entered into this giveaway.
Yeah, so good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.